They said I wouldn't make it, they laughed at my dream. Every move I made felt like swimming upstream. But yesterday I met a fan, eyes full of belief. In their gaze I saw the end to my grief.
Doubt didn't win, trust began. Looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I saw myself alive. I put in all the hours, climbed out from the dirt. They dissed and dismissed, said I'd always get hurt. Met a fan so loyal, reflections don't lie. My biggest supporter is just me in my mind.
Through the noise and shadows I held my ground. Bumps, bruises, broken, no comfort found. But that fan smile turned my world around. Now I'm rising sky high above the sound.
Doubt didn't win and trust I began. When I looked in the mirror, saw my biggest fan. Heart beats like a drum, fight through the span. Kept on pushing, now I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
From the ashes I flew, they can't dim my flame. Every mocking voice only fed my aim. Yesterday showed me it's not just a game. Cause in my reflection I found my name.
Folks called it trash, said I'd never thrive. Every word I spat, cut deep like a knife. Thought my wings were clipped, stuck in a dive. But mirrors don't lie, I'm the man.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone is having an amazing Thursday. My day has been absolutely amazing. I received a text today around 3 p.m. and my heart just dropped in excitement. It was absolutely amazing. I was full of meetings today, but we met our sprint goal in the nick of time, and we are on the brink of completing a major project that's going to save the company a whole heap of money. So we earned our keep. Let me add that to my 5 list of accomplishments for the week. But hey, if you do not know who I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. All we do is win. All right. So tonight's night, we're going to be working on ethical hacking. We're going to be getting into actually getting into scanning. We tried to get into scanning last week, but our virtualization software told us,
do not come.
But we're back. We are back. We got it to work. I even released a video on how to get it to work on UTM yesterday, so we should all be caught up. We're going to be using UTM. We're going to be using VMware Fusion for our Kali Linux. All of that good stuff. I'm also on call tonight. I'm also on call. So you might hear an alarm go off. Hopefully not. Usually we don't get calls, but just in case, we might have to pivot a little bit and I might have to deal with a call, but hopefully we're good to go. Just giving you that little disclaimer in case I have to end the stream like immediately. You never know. You never know. All right. But we will take it as it comes. All right. So let me get into our agenda really quick. Let's get through some housekeeping. while we're here. All right, so welcome to the show. This is the Software Explorations, Learning Ethical Hacking with Tech Coach Ralph. I am learning it with you as well. It's new to me. It's new to you. Let's figure it out. All right, so let's get into our agenda real quick. We're going to run through it really quick so we can get to work. All right, so first and foremost, I just want to say a big thank you to all of the new subscribers out there who are helping us grow so fast, but also thank you to all of those who have been with me since day one. I really appreciate you. Those who watch from the clouds and those who are very active in the chats and in the comments. Every last one of you, I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate you.
And I got to give a big salute and shout out to my Patreon members, those that I talk to on a daily basis, those who I'm coaching one-on-one. How about my tech barbarian working on getting the MVP ready for this interview prep app that we're building? Imagine that. From barely any experience to being the lead on building an application, it's going to go a very long way. All right. So shout out to all of my tech barbarians, my tech prodigy, my technical explorers, and those who even sign up for free for the Patreon. I truly appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I gotta say a big shout out to my tech mercenaries as well. Those are the YouTube members that keep the channel alive. All of you guys are the absolute best.
We the best.
So let's get it.
Let's get it.
All right. So, and if you want to join Team Tech Coach Ralph to get exclusive information or maybe one-on-one coaching with me where I can work with you closely, and watch, you'll see when I get to the first break why the benefits of, and it's really going to be the things that the one thing that truly matters to me in my life. You'll see when I get there. But shout out to every last one of you guys. So techcoachralph.dev if you want to work with me one-on-one, if you want to join the Team Tech Coach Ralph Discord to work with other people who hopefully are going in the same direction that you're going in. They're learning Python, they're learning DevOps. There's so many different people in there that you can interact with. And shout out to Sleeping Turtle, by the way. Shout out to Sleeping Turtle. Sleeping Turtle is not sleeping at all, helping so many different people with their Python issues and asking DevOps things, and so much good stuff happening in there. I am truly impressed by the level of work and help that's happening in there, right? So let's see. Let's get to our next upcoming shows. Our next live show is going to be Saturday morning for the Men Lie, yeah. Women, believe it or not, women also lie. But numbers, they don't lie. No. Numbers do not lie. What do numbers do? Numbers manipulate. That's where we review our weekly economic numbers, where we are our weekly economic numbers, where we're seeing how the economy is doing. Maybe it might be the jobs, might be the consumer sentiment, might be the purchasing manager index for manufacturing, for services. So many, I'm not even sure what's going to be coming up this weekend, but we'll find that out on Saturday morning. So you definitely want to join us and see how that goes. All right. And then Sunday afternoon, we're going to be going live with DevOps. Last week was it was amazing last week. Can you believe that?
Are you ready?
We got our Urban Dictionary of Economic Data deployed on Kubernetes, on Google Kubernetes Engine. It was absolutely amazing time. Add that to my list of 5. So I'm just saying. I add that to my list of 5. All right. I might go for a 10-peat. I'm just saying. All right. Don't at me. All right. And then tomorrow afternoon at noon, we're gonna be premiering our episode of the Bug Bite. It's gonna be part 2 of how cybersecurity professionals, especially SOC analysts, are getting burnt out due to the type of work that they are doing, and how companies can help those cybersecurity professionals to avoid burnout. And I mean, for me, burnout is just, you're just threatening me with a good time, but there's some people that cannot handle the burnout. So we're going to be reviewing part 2 of that article that we started last week, all of that good stuff. And we have throughout the week clips from different shows. Sometimes we have some shorts. The Zelensky versus the United States clip has been doing amazing. I was like, wow, this is nice. But it's been doing amazing, and also the Hunter.io one is. We've been putting out some really good content that people have been appreciating. So thank you. I just want to say thank you for allowing me to add value into your lives. And with that being said, we are technically ready to get into our show. But first, let's go say hi to our friends in the chat. So first and foremost, we have Roxy in the building. Good evening, Roxy. You see, it doesn't fail. It doesn't fail. I'm gonna have to talk to these people because it never fails. We have Roxy in the building with the rose. Thank you, Roxy. Thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. And we have my guy, AR Smitty, in the building. Says, good evening, Tech Coach Ralph, Magnetar Freckles, and Rosie. Who the heck is Rosie? Roxy, did you get a new name? You know what? I'm just gonna start calling Roxy Rosie. You know what, Roxy, just change your name to Rosie. Why don't we? Let's see. Abandoned album on all streaming platforms. Let's see what else we got. And Roxy says, good evening. Thank you. Good evening to you as well. Magnetar says, add Las Vegas to this background. Maybe. If I knew how to do that, I would. And Miss Record says, add Kansas City, Missouri as well. Wow. And Roxy says, is that Batman? No, Roxy, it is not Batman. It is Tech Coach Ralph. The nickname is crazy. That says Tech Coach Ralph Batman Edition. I can live with that. Magnetar says list 5 accomplishments. I'm not asking anybody to list 5 accomplishments. I'm just adding it to my list. I told you guys, I'm gonna start a running list of 5 accomplishments every week. I gotta decide which show. Maybe I'll do it on Sundays. Maybe I'll say on Sundays I'll give my five accomplishments for the past week. Because isn't that when the federal employees get the email like on Friday night, they gotta submit it by like Monday morning or something like that. So I was trying to be in solidarity with you guys.
Bruh.
I understand. I know when and where I'm not wanted. I'll just pack up my bag, my ball and go home. I see I'm not my 5 accomplishments are not wanted. I tried. And there, of course, Roxy's agreeing with Magnetar. You know, I tried. Let's see what else is. What's on the cap? On the cap, it is my. This is my first hat that I got from this brand, Gorin Bros, which is the Lone Wolf hat. Lone Wolf, yes. I have a big old tattoo on my left forearm that says "One Deep." Since, I was born in this world alone, I'm gonna go out of this world alone. So throughout my time in this world, I might as well stay alone. One deep for life. Shout out to the Mo City Don, Zero, the Mo City Don out of Houston, Texas. Let's see. We got my guy, OTTO, Operation Tech Takeover in the building. It says, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings to you, Operation Tech Takeover. And Operation Tech Takeover says, apologies for the tardiness, just getting off work. Operation Tech Takeover, you never, ever, ever have to apologize for any type of tardiness. You're always, to me, the moment that you show up, that is when you're on time, all right? I don't care. You could come in with the last 5 minutes of the show, and I will appreciate you like you were there waiting from the beginning of the day for the show to start, all right? You are my guy through and through. We have spoken before, and, you're my guy, all right? You are my guy. Let's see. Magnus is not sure if you answered this, but is the burnout also due to a lack of personnel? Trying to think. I know I mentioned the word burnout. But okay, about the cybersecurity stuff. According to the article, not necessarily. According to the article, it is more of the stress that comes with cybersecurity, especially with SOC analysts when you're monitoring threats from coming in, and if something does come in, and like now you have to go into panic mode. So that to me, that's what they were more referring to than the lack of personnel. But I mean, I'm sure that can play some type of contributing factor to it as well. Let's see what else we got. We got Alex Ramos in the building. Says, what's up, brother? Just passing to give my support. See you on the mat. I know Alex in real life. We train jujitsu together, and he is one tough cookie. And I really truly appreciate my guy Alex.
I appreciate you.
I will do my best to see you tomorrow morning. Like I said, I am on call till Saturday morning, but I think I'll make it tomorrow morning, right? I think I can make it tomorrow morning, and the weight is on point for competition in a couple of weeks. So let's get it. We are ready to go. I have to go tomorrow. I have to go take some souls. All right. Anything else before we get into it? Anything else? And Operation Tech took over. Says brothers till the end. That's right. All right. With that being said, I think we are ready to get to work in the show. So what I'm going to do, let me take a look at what we have to do for today, right? So we want to get into scanning. We are going to start looking at the different tools. Let me see. So we have our VMs installed. All right, so we need to start up our VMs. So let me start our timer, right?
It's time to do.
And we're gonna go over to this screen right here where we're going to start up our Metasploitable, right? The one that we got installed last week. And also I showed you guys how to do it yesterday. So we're gonna start up Metasploitable. So we have our vulnerable virtual machine. Let it get started. And it should be running on, what do you call it? On our bridge network so that we can have an IP address. So while that's getting started, I am going to open up a terminal. And I'm going to do IP config, and then what is it? IFAD. I never remember. It's IF get IF list, or IP config get IF list, and we're going to look for EN0. So let's do IP config get if addr en0. So our IP address is going to be this 192.168.86.28. Let's log into our Metasploitable. msfadmin is the username. msfadmin is the password. Now let's do a if config as well. And our IP address here is 192.168.86.250 on the same network. So and let's get started. Let's get our Kali Linux machine started as well. The one that actually works, right? Because remember, if you guys, because if you don't remember, right, Magnetar will remind you. He will happily remind you that I deleted the file system for our Kali Linux virtual machine because I ran out of disk space. Let's see. All right. So now we are in Kali Linux. We are in Metasploitable. We have let me move this one down, and we have this terminal right here. Okay. So inside of this Kali Linux, I am going to do if config, and this one is 192.168.86.26. All right. So with this being said, we should be able to make contact with our different virtual machines, right? Magnetar says he wasn't going to say anything. we should be able to make contact with our machine via the ping command, right? So if I do ping and I say 192.168.86.26, so we have connectivity between that, right? We did this last week, but I just want to show it to you again in case you weren't here last week, or in case you forgot. Let's do ping 192.168.86.26. Actually, no, that's not dot 26. It's going to be control Z. It's going to be dot. What is mine here? It's going to be dot. What's mine? Dot 28. So now we have connection to this machine, right? To my local machine. And we have, so let's do one more ping to 192.168.86.250 for the Metasploitable machine. All right, so we have connectivity there. Let's try to see if we have connectivity the other way around now. So let's do ping 192.168.86.28. Or no, 28 is me, right? Dot 26. So 26 is going to get connectivity to Kali Linux machine, right? And 28 is going to get connectivity to my own machine. But here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. When you're scanning, you're not going to know these IP addresses of these random machines that you're trying to get into, right? So with that being said, we're going to have to use different tools to be able to do that, right? So let's start off with, we're going to go into here, and we're going to search. Oh, I forgot to take off this thing. Let me take that off. We are going to look for, let me see, what are we looking for? We are looking for Kali Linux scanning tools. What's up, Rod Brown? How are you doing today? And let's go to Kali Linux tools. Let's see what we have under here. And let's see. So Metasploitable framework. Let me do a search for. Let's see, scanning maybe? There was a tool that I saw, but I forgot the name of it. I know there's Nmap, but I don't want to use Nmap yet, right? We're going to get to Nmap. But there was another one, I forgot the name of it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the name of it real quick. Because there's one that I wanted to use first and show what's up with it, and then we can actually get into Nmap, which is probably like one of the most popular tools. Let's see if I can find it through this list. Let's see. I think I started with the A or something like that. Let me see. A. Let me just go find. Let me find it. Let me find it through the course. So it is NetDiscover. Definitely doesn't start with A. Definitely doesn't start with A. But let's take a look at NetDiscover. NetDiscover. So the first tool we're going to look at is NetDiscover, right? That is part of Kali Linux. And we're going to see how it works. So NetDiscover, make sure this screen looks okay. All right. So Let's read together. NetDiscover is an active passive address reconnaissance tool mainly developed for those wireless networks without DHCP server. When you are war driving, it can also be used for hub switch networks. Built on top of LibNet and LibCap, it can passively detect online hosts or search for them by actively sending ARP requests. NetDiscover can also be used to inspect your network ARP traffic or find network addresses using an auto scan mode, which will scan for common local networks. NetDiscover also uses the OUI table to show the vendor of each MAC address discovered and is very useful for security checks in penetration testing. All right. Let's see. So how do we use NetDiscover? So I think the first thing we can do is the help, right? Of course, always want to do the help. Help is like very basic documentation. It's not everything, but it gives you like the how to use the application. So usage is so device, your network device, range, scan or given range of instead of an auto scan, 192.168.6.0, file scan the list of ranges contained into a given file. Passive mode, do not send anything, only sniff. Okay. File scan a list of known MACs and host names. Filter, customize PCAP filter expression. I'm not sure what PCAP is. I'm not sure what most of these things are. Time to sleep between each ARP request. What is an ARP request? What is an ARP request? So for me, right, after I read something enough, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know what that means. Let me see what that is, right? An ARP request is a message sent to a network to find the MAC address of a device with specific IP addresses. ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. How it works, a device sends an ARP request to all devices on the network. The request includes the IP address of the sender and the IP for which it needs the MAC address. If the device has the requested IP address, it sends an ARP reply with its MAC address. The sender stores the MAC address in its ARP cache. The sender can then use the MAC address to send packets to the target device. Why does ARP matter? ARP is crucial protocol. ARP stands again for Address Resolution Protocol. All right. ARP is a crucial protocol for communication within a network. It allows devices to identify and communicate with each other using their physical addresses. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at a diagram real quick, right? So, let's see. Let's open this in a new tab. I wanted to open the image in a new tab. Oh, this is good enough, right? So, the router sits right here. And let's see. So, the host is here, sends a request, requesting the MAC address of 3440.21.20. So of this one, and sending the MAC address over here to the router. And then I guess it sends it back to here. I guess. Can I get a better image? Let's see what this one is. So let's take a look at this one. Too small. That's the one we just looked at. Can you get a better image? Eve. Why does Eve have to have the devil on her face? That's not nice. Oh yeah, that's me, Alice. Who is 192.168.1.2? That's Bob. Bobby. I don't know. We'll have to do some more research into this ARP thing because these diagrams actually suck. They suck. All right. So with that being said, let's go back to here. Let's see. Using that usage. All right. So we got that. So you know what? You know what that means? You know what time it is, right? You know what time it is? It is time to give it a try. All right. So let's go over back to our implementations. So I'm going to go into Kali Linux because that's the one that has NetDiscover. And I'm going to do NetDiscover. And let's do help. So we have netdiscover -I for device, -R for range, -L for file, -P for passive mode, -M for a file that scans the known MAC addresses and host names. All right, so let's give it a try. Net. Can I zoom in on this? Let me see. Zoom in. Control plus. Control plus. That's not. Oh, we just do it the manual way. Zoom in. All right, let's go and do this. So net discover -I. So I did your network device. What does that mean? The option requires an argument. So net discover -I. I don't know, EN0. You must be root to run this. All right, so sudo net discover -I EN0. Password. No such device exists. So let's open this Firefox real quick. How to use net discover. What? I don't want to use no stinking Discord. How to use net discover. Why you keep sending me to Discord? Let's use google.com. How to use net discover. And beginner's guide to net discover. Let's see how that works. That was quick. All right, so why are you swearing so quickly? So it says the simplest way to use netdiscover is to find out network addresses is to simply type the command netdiscover in terminal. But really? That's it? Just type in netdiscover? At least make it a little bit harder. All right, we'll do that. Let's go over here and we're just going to type in netdiscover. See what we find. You must be all right. So let's do sudo su. It's to proclaim super user access. So we're going to be logged in as root when we do sudo su. And we're going to do net discover. And you want a password. I shall give you a password. So on this network, what's been okay? It would be terrible.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Let's see. Express if Inc. I don't know. I'm not sure what this is actually. I'm not sure what this is. Gain Spain Corp. I don't know what that. Let me see. I'm not sure what this is actually. I'm not sure what this is. Gain Spain Corp. I don't know what that. Let me see. I think I'm back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. So, let me see. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let's see. All right, I'm back. So apparently running this netdiscover thing will disconnect you from the internet. Apparently, that's what happened because as soon as I stopped it from running, then the internet came right back. I'm happy it didn't cut off the stream completely. So we have that going for us. But you live and you learn, all right? But basically, as you can see here, it went and it scanned a bunch of IP address. So what's my IP address again? My IP address is, mine is 8628, and it got to 28 here, unknown vendor, which should have been Apple. So yeah, I guess the last thing that you guys saw was when I started the scan, and then it just totally disconnected me. So that means that we need to exclude this IP address from the scan. And Magnetar said, you know what, Magnetar?
Do not come.
We're not going to run it again, just to confirm. Thank you very much. I will do that on my own time. All right. You're trying to derail the show. All right. But in the meantime, while we're doing that, timer now and went to break. But I wonder if we can do something like, let's do a quick Google search real quick. Man, what happened to my timer? Did I not? I didn't even start the timer today. Okay, I got you. No, let me throw on a, I don't know, whatever. No timer today. All right. Let's see. Let's do a net discover exclude IP address. To exclude specific IP addresses or ranges from NetDiscover scan, you can use the -R option to specify a range to scan instead of the default auto scan, or use -L option to scan a list of ranges from a file. Methods for excluding IP address, we can do NetDiscover -R 168.1.100 to 105 scans only that range. Maybe we'll try that one. All right, maybe we'll try that one. But let's go to break. Because that was highly unexpected. And we'll try it with the range. When we come back, I'll do a Google search to see if NetDiscover is going to disconnect the host from, I don't know. That's weird. We'll see what happens with that. All right. But let's go to break. First break time of today. Let me check the chat, and then we will get to my first break time topic of the day. I'll make sure I remember this. I'll make sure to remember this timer for the break. Let's see what we got going on over here. Let's see. Where are we at? Magnetar says, see, I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't going to retaliate for the 5 statements remark. What? Like, why is the 5 statement remarks retaliatory? I don't understand. You know what? I'm just going to retreat. I am just going to retreat back to my box.
Ain't believing us.
We got my guy Rod Brown in the building, Mr. Nourishing Word in the flesh himself. How are you? Or should I say in the spirit? Mr. Nourishing Word in the flesh or in the spirit? Whatever it is, however you're here, we truly appreciate you, Rod Brown, and the amazing work that you're doing at the Nourishing Word with Rod Brown.
I appreciate you.
Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. And it says they tried to treat TCR like he was Calvin. Who's Calvin? I'll be saying these names. I don't even know who these people are. Let's see. Timer, please. Thank you. You're right. Let's see. We're back. Let's see. It says, is someone unethically hacking the stream? It was just me. Let's see. Roxy, the teacher's fat. All right, cool. So, let me get to my first break time topic of the day. Let's see. All right, break time topic. Is this gonna cover it? All right, cool. All right, so let me start the timer on this one, but I want to share I'm sharing a text that I got, right? But I'm going to tell you a little bit of, let's go down a little bit of memory lane, all right? A little bit of memory lane. So, and I call this the only thing that really matters to me, right? Like I interact with so many different people and all this stuff, but for me personally is the results, right? And when I see people that I have invested time in and in different ways, right? At the end of the day, I really care about the results. I will walk with you, be in your corner, and all of that stuff. Let me start the time before I start yapping too much, right? But I will be in your corner. I will be your cut man, your corner person, your trainer, your coach, whatever it is, right? Your mentor, whatever it is, right? But at the end of the day, I just want to see the results. And there have been many people that I have tried to work with, and they either quit halfway, they quit a quarter of the way, they might even quit a 1/100th of the way. Right? But so let's go down memory lane a little bit, right? Let's go down memory lane. So you guys remember a few weeks ago, maybe about, actually it was in January, end of January, right? I told you about my cousin, which is actually my wife's cousin, but that's my cousin, right? And she had an interview, and we did interview preparation, like I normally do with my people, right? And I met her. I actually met her in like 2014, 2015, but I didn't know her or anything like that. I took a trip to Haiti, but then she moved to the United States in 2016, 2017-ish. And she had came down to spend a Christmas break with us, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, you should, like, she was studying, like, I think political science or something like that. I said, you should really consider IT. You can do political science as a minor or something like that, but you should really consider IT. Didn't listen to me whatsoever.
Bruh.
And so then, fast forward down the line, graduates college, very, very high GPA. However, didn't get the type of job she expected to get. Now, fast forward a little bit further, right? We had came down here to and ended up living with us for a few. It was supposed to be for they said the country was shutting down for about 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 2 years, and there was a lot. I repeat, a lot of friction, right? Until it got to the point where I was like, all right, it's time for you to go, right? Fast forward some more. Now, they moved to the Midwest and started their life over again, and they used the opportunities at their job to go get a master's in IT, like somebody who, I don't know, maybe the person in the mirror, the person I'm looking at on the screen right here, until they said, you know what, I'm going to go get my master's in IT. And now they're on the brink of graduating. So now we fast forward to the interview, help them prep. They got the offer, right? One of the things that we spoke about during the interview prep was about salary, because the place that she was interviewing for was offering $18,000 less starting than what she was currently making, right? What?
Bruh.
$18,000 less. Yep. And she's like, if I can get $8,000 less than I'm making, I'll take it, right? I'm like, all right, cool, because that's where she wanted to be. So interview goes well and everything like that, and she lets me know, oh my God, the interview went so well. The way that you helped me prepared, it was amazing.
Ain't believing us.
Right? And let's fast forward some more. So, and then I got a text the other day. It says I was also wondering if I could put you as a reference for my new job, since you've always been my mentor. I was like, what? I have? I didn't know that. I did not know that. But then the next text says, "You are Mr. Fix My Life. You must have known." I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
Ain't believe in us.
Right? So today I get a text. It was actually at like 4 p.m. Eastern time. It says, "Hello, officially hired, and I wanted to thank you again for everything. I'm excited for this new chapter in my life."
Come on, back to work. Stop. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
So I call this break the only thing that matters to me because many people will say that I'm so mean and I'm so hard and when do you sleep and all this type of stuff. And honestly, for me, I only care about your results, your success. And sometimes what gets me is that I end up caring more about it than the person that I'm trying to help. And while this was a 7-year journey, to me, in the end, it was all worth it. It was 100,000% worth it. And would I do it all again? Would I do a lot again? Honestly, probably not. Probably not.
Bruh.
But we went through it, and now they've made it. They have made it, and that is what gives me, like, regardless of like how my day is going, just those like, and I get those type of messages from time to time, right? Where unexpectedly somebody sends you a message like, "Oh wow," like, and I'm like, "Wow," like, I am so happy to see your hard work paying off. And I know I might have pushed you, because a lot of, like, all right, who likes getting pushed? Whenever you get pushed, you want to fight, right? But you have to make sure you're fighting the right person, because am I pushing you in the right direction, or am I pushing you to make you mad and miserable? Because one thing that I'm allergic to two things, right? I'm allergic to complaining, and I'm not allergic to losing, because I've lost plenty of times, but I'm allergic to losers, right? I don't like the loser mentality, the victim mentality. It's like, all right, you lost. All right, well, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Let's get back in there and let's figure it out. You only lost when you actually give up, and my cousin did not give up. And now, like I said, I don't know if I said this, but they offered her they offered her $26,000 more than was listed on paper. So she ended up getting an additional $8,000 offer than what she would have gotten at the job that she was at, right? So that is why I am the way that I am, right? Because I see the potential, I see the opportunity, I see what you're able to do if you really want it. And that's why for me, like, when I have no problem, one of my favorite songs, right? Flaky people come and people go. People have came, people have left my entire life, right? But here I am, lone wolf, one deep. The ones that want to make it, they're gonna ride with me. The ones who don't, like I said, like last year, we might be going in the same direction right now. But then if you decide, like, if we're going up I-95 and you want to jump on I-10, and I'm like, all right, cool, I'll be more than happy to pull over, let you out the car, because the ones that want to win with Tech Coach Ralph, we're going to have a lot of fun, but we're also going to be victorious. No one can ever, I repeat, no one can ever stop us, because
We the best.
we are the best. I believe 100% we're the best. That's why my theme song is "My Biggest Fan Is Me," but I want that to be your theme song as well. I want you to be your biggest fan as well, because no one is going to care or advocate for you the way that you should and can advocate for yourself. And with that being said, that is the end of that break time discussion. All right, so let me check the chat before we get back into this ethical hacking thing. Hopefully, that hopefully that the stream doesn't freeze again or cut off or whatever. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Let's see. Roxy says I am in the go house, or maybe I read the wrong thing. It says, oh, I am in the doghouse. I am in the doghouse. What? In the doghouse with who? Roxy, who put you in the doghouse, Roxy? No, never. You know what? From the movie Dirty Dancing, nobody puts Roxy in the doghouse. All right. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Says, to your credit, appreciate your patience last week for me and Miss Freckles. Look, like I said, Magnetar, as long as you guys are willing to learn and work together, I am more than happy to dedicate some time. I can't do it one-on-one, but if I can schedule some office hours or some Python help for whoever wants to jump on, then it is my pleasure, because I get joy seeing you guys figure things out and be successful. All right, that's my joy. All right, let's see. What else we got? Miss Freckles says that is awesome. It is awesome. It is my pride and joy. And like I said, we went through many. Oh my God, like the hard time that we went through to get to this point. But at the end of the day, they're successful, and I'm happy, right? So that is my pride and joy. We have C Marshall in the building. What's up, C Marshall? How are you doing? Says win. J-Rock Redemption album. All right, so let's get into our. I'm afraid to do this. I am afraid to do this because I do not want to get disconnected from the internet again. But let's figure it out. Let's start our next 20-minute segment.
Let's go!
All right. Let's go over to. Let me see here. Let me see something real quick. Cool. All right. So let's go over to here. Let's see. All right. So let's log in again. And all right. So let's do a Google. Let me actually go to the other screen and do a Google search over here real quick. AR Smitty, we're going to do our best not to have that happen again. Okay. We're going to do our best not to have that happen again. Let's see. Let's go over here. And does Net Discover kick you off the internet? All right. No, Net Discover doesn't typically kick you off the internet. It's a tool that uses ARP to discover devices on your network, not to disrupt internet connectivity. However, if used incorrectly or on a network within certain vulnerabilities, it could cause temporary network issues or disruptions. Let's see. Let me move this thing up a little bit. Can I? No. Give me a second. Move that up just a little bit. And let's pull that again. All right, cool. So, let's see. All right. So, what does Net Discover? It's a Linux tool. Okay. So we know what it does. How to protect against Net Discover issues. Use Net Discover response. So basically, they're saying don't just type in Net Discover, right? Don't just type in Net Discover. Secure network. Ensure your network devices, switches, routers are properly configured and to protect against ARP spoofing and other attacks. Monitor your network. Tools to detect unusual activity or potential. Let's see. Let's check this Reddit post, right? Why is Net Discover jamming internet connection on my network? Even every time I try to use Net Discover on my network, it jams connection to everyone, including me, until I quit it. Why does this happen? I'm using Kali 2.0. Sounds like it sounds like
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Just like I am. So let's go and say that's where it doesn't happen to me. I used it years ago. Could you post a capture file? Does the same issue occur when you do -p operator? Yes, I have tried -p and it's still happening. That just doesn't make any sense. It must be something else you're doing, because the passive operator literally means Net Discover will never interact with the network. So how could it possibly bring it down? I suspect ARP poisoning. Poisoning? What the heck? taking place, that's a good way to break everyone's connectivity. Let's see. Let's see. I'm kind of afraid to do it again, actually, now. Let's see here. Let's see. NetDiscover. All right. So, NetDiscover broke my internet connection. Let's see. I'm trying to discover hosts on my network. I have connected external TP-Link wireless card. Let me see. So let's go back over here. I don't know. I'm kind of terrified right now, right? But let's live life. Let's live life on the wild side. Get some water first, though. Let's see here. Scanning 172.27.191-16. That's a wide range to scan, to be honest. Let's do netdiscover -help or just help. And passive mode, don't say anything, only sniff. Range. Let's see. Customize PCAP filter expression. Well, what about if we do this, right? What about if we do this? NetDiscover. And we do -R and we say 192.168.86.0. And what is my IP? I'm .28. So I'm going to say through, oops, not here. Through, and through 27. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. If I don't see you again tonight, then you know that magnets are broken, all right? All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. We're still on. We're still on, right? We're still on, I think, right? Right? Make sure. Looks like we're still good. Okay. Okay. It says network range must be interesting. Let's see. That's what they said here, though. You could do 192. Let me see. 192.168. NetDiscover -R 192.168.86.0. Why would you -27? And you caught 1. Network range must be 0.1628. I don't know. Let's see here. It says create. So how to exclude IP ranges during discovery. I don't like this one. Let's see here. If it works, all right. So if it works was my idea. I don't know. Let's see. Specify the network device to scan. What about if we try then 20, so let's say 250, and we'll do -I for the device. Let's try this one. Let's see what's gonna happen with this one. No such device exists. Okay. I thought that was this device. Okay. .250. So I wonder if this is the issue that they're talking about. Ping 192.168.86.250. And now that's showing up. But if I was to do no such device exists. So what are you supposed to put? All right, so how to use net discover -I. Device parameter. Use the interface name. So to use the -I device parameter with netdiscover, you specify the network interface you want to scan by using the command netdiscover -I interface. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Specify IP address range instead of auto scanning. But when I specified the range, it told me do not come. All right. So let's say net discover help. So scan a given range instead of auto scan 192.168. If I do that /24, it's going to scan the whole thing. And I don't want to lose a stream again. So last source IP octet used for scanning. The number of times each ARP is. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to let go of netdiscover for now because I don't want to risk the stream getting disconnected again. Let's go and do. Let's move on to nmap, right? Let's move on to nmap. Let's go to back over here. Let's go back over here, right? Move on from nmap. Move on to nmap, I should say. Let's do. It was also a safe try, Miss Freckles, because for me to start, if this stream was to cut off, I'm like, all right, we're done for tonight. We are done for tonight. So I was like, you know what? I want to keep the stream going, so let's not end the stream early. All right, Kali Linux want to learn more about it. All right, so let's do nmap. All right, nmap. What is nmap? What is nmap? Scan in verbose mode, enable. All right, so let's do a quick look of what exactly is the nmap tool. Nmap is a free open source tool that scans networks to discover hosts, services, and vulnerabilities. It's a key tool for network administrators and cybersecurity professionals. What I might do, I might end up doing like try the netdiscover for a Wednesday episode where it's pre-recorded to see what happens, because I don't want to cut the stream off. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll mess with it over the weekend and make a recording of that. So nmap stands for network mapper. Oh, pretty cool name. A free open source tool that scans. All right, we read that. It's a key tool for network administrators and cybersecurity professionals. Let me see something. Oh, I've been going everywhere. All right. Network discovery. All right. So network discovery, find hosts, services, and operating systems on a network. Port scanning, find open ports on a device. Network security auditing, discover vulnerabilities and security loopholes. Network penetration testing, perform penetration testing to evaluate network security. Network inventory, manage network devices and service upgrades, schedules, host monitoring, monitor host or service uptime. How Nmap works. Nmap sends packets to a network and analyzes the response. Nmap can scan large networks quickly, as well as single host. Nmap supports many operating systems, including Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and BSD. Nmap is available as both a command line interface and a graphical user interface. Let's see. All right. So now let's jump back into Kali Linux documentation to see how we're going to use Nmap, right? So scan in verbose mode, enable OS detection and version detection, scripting scanning, trace route with version detection. All right. And they're doing that based on an IP address. Okay. Which the IP, and a machine can have many ports open. All right. So we can do that. Let's see. And if usage example. Let's see. All right. And help, ncat help. Let's see here. All right, let's give it a try. All right. Let's go back over here, go into Kali Linux, and I am going to type in Nmap, and I'm going to type in help just in case, right? Nmap. All right, so let's do Nmap dash help maybe. All right, there goes our help. So what does Nmap say? Oh, that's a lot of help. Can pass host names, IP addresses, networks, etc. Let's see. Scanme.nmap.org, Microsoft.com/24, 192.168.0.0, or you can do a range, right? So in the essence of being safe, right, I'm just going to do the IP address for this machine right here, for the Metasploitable machine, right? So let's do, let me see, they say to do, let's see, where are you? Nmap and then the IP. All right, so let's do that. Let's do Nmap and then the IP. Nmap, and keep your fingers crossed that the stream does not get disconnected again. 192.168 dot 86.250.250. Let's see what happens. Says there was a function before being able to do ifconfig correct. I will ask for more details once we get to break, because I'm not 100% sure what you're asking. All right, let's just try this. Let's see what happens. All right. All right, so we did, that was quick. We did Nmap on that server right there. Make sure we're still connected to the stream. You know, I'm terrified right now. But let's wait. So we have on our port on our Metasploitable IP that we have port 21 for FTP open. We have port 22 for SSH open. We have port 23 for Telnet open. We have port 25 for SMTP for email, sending out emails. We have port 53 for open domain. We have port 80 for HTTP. We have port 111 for RPC bind, and we have port 139 open for NetBIOS SSN open. Oh wait, there's a lot more. We have Microsoft DS, we have exec, we have login, we have shell. we have a lot. We have MySQL, we have Postgres, VNC, X11. We have a lot. We have a lot. So that was quick. That was quick as well. That was quick. Let me see. Let me see what other stuff we have over here. So let's do this. Let's do an nmap on the. Oh man. Wait. Oh, wait a second. Do we still have it? I would love to do an nmap on the. Oh, I remember what it was, and I'd have to do another scan to get it. But I would love to see it on that. Let's see what else we can do. What about if we were to do let's go back over here, and we do nmap help. And we go to where is this? All right, we go to the range. So we can do a range. So let's try nmap on a range, but we're going to limit it. We're not gonna include this IP address, right? So let's try nmap 192.168. And something that Nightjay told me the other day is that we can use nmap.
Lunch break.
Something that we can use nmap to send to kind of do like, what do you call it? Like a performance test, like a load test, which I didn't know that. So we're going to look into that as well at some point. But let's do 0 to 27 when we come back from break. We're going to leave it right there right now. All right. So we're at break. We are at break. And then we're going to have one more segment to go after that. All right. Let me check the chat, and then we're going to go to our second break time topic of the day. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we? AR Smitty says, uh-oh. Let's see what else we got. Mr. Rico says, yikes, I was checking Reddit. Make this a little bit bigger. So I was checking Reddit to see if it was a good idea to upgrade from Monterey 12.7.6 to Sonoma 14. I'm going to wait until 14.1 comes out. Could it be a possible version bug issue with what you're looking up now? I don't think so, to be honest with you. I think it just interrupted the connection, I suppose. But I think the version that what version am I on Mac? I'm on version 14.4. So Miss Freckles, I think you might be way back, because there's actually like a whole new operating system of Mac that's out, which might be like, I forgot the name of it, but they want me to upgrade already. So you might be a little bit back there. Says let's see what else we got. Manger says first Trump and Elon, now tech coach Ralph. What did I do? What I be saying, Manger? I be saying stuff. Manger, you know me. I be saying stuff, and then so. If I said something wrong, please let me know, Manger. Please let me know. It says, if it works, it was my idea. Facts. And Ms. Rico says, it was a good try. I wish I had the gif of Bart Simpson throwing away the cake that says, at least you tried. And Trigger says, definitely safe. Thank you, Ms. Freckles. Says there was a, let's see. So you meant before, there was a function before being able to do the IP config you clarified. Yeah, so when I'll show it again when we get back, but let me just write it down here so I can remember. But I'll show you how I get the IP addresses. But it only works in the Mac terminal though. It doesn't work in the Linux terminals for some weird reason. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So, let's go to, all right, cool. So let me get to our second break time topic before we get back to work. All right. So, let's go over to here. And the second topic is the weak mentality has failed us. So I had a video the other day, I had a clip from a Q&A, right? And you guys know JLo on the Track. Subscribe to JLo on the Track Video Productions. He put a comment, right, which I wanted to talk about. I wanted to expand on, right? But he put a comment that said, AI is something that will surely help us, but it will also surely make you think you should have went to college for a different degree. I think that now, but mainly for which job I should be doing now instead of the degree I should have obtained. Shout out to my guy JLo on the Track. I'm gonna start the timer on this one, okay? But I say that the weak mentality failed us. And what do I mean by the weak mentality, right? To me, the weak mentality is the idea of do what makes you feel good, follow your heart. As my guy Rod Brown the other day made a video talking about how the heart is desperately wicked above all else, right? And I think that a lot of it, I don't know if it's Western culture or something like that, but it's like, oh, do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. And then you end up with $200,000 in debt with a degree that you have absolutely no use for.
Bruh.
And I'm not saying that's JLo on the Track situation, because I don't know what degree he has, but I know so many people, like, they get to like $200,000 in debt and they're like, I cannot find a job. I remember I was listening to Jim Ron, right? And he had a message, like it really resonated with me, right? Because he was like, there are people who will go to work for the year, right? Only to plan their 2 weeks vacation when their year is technically a year-long vacation. And then they wonder and complain about, why am I not getting ahead in life? Why am I not where I want to be? Why? And I asked the question, why do people hate success? They say they want it, but when the work comes, they running. They are running. They are a track star, right? And I don't blame the individual, right? I blame the people who, they are to blame, but I blame the people who gave them the bad advice. And we can say, oh, they didn't know any better themselves. Look. You're not going to tell me that taking some random long shot degree is the way to go, right? Follow your heart. Nope. And now, if that delinquent little kid wants to go and run off and do their own thing, then by all means, go and do your own thing. But you will suffer your own consequences. I suffered plenty of my own consequences, but I also knew things that I was not going to get into, right? So I've seen so many people who you'll give them the blueprint. And is it to be successful? I don't know, but it's to be better than whatever they ended up doing. And you tell them ahead of time. And it's like, oh, but I really like this thing. I really like this thing. I'm like, it's you know what? You can go on Udemy and appreciate music or whatever, right? But how about when we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, first of all, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, right, to get an education. Stop trying to go to some fancy college that nobody's gonna care about, especially if you're doing some regular degree. Go to your state college, get it for the low, right? Actually, and get a valuable degree for the low, where now you can fund your hobbies. If I didn't make a decent living, I would not be able to do jiu-jitsu. I would not be able to have my wife take skating lessons. Whatever our son is going to be doing, I wouldn't be able to fund that. But people, like, you get upset because the weak mentality had you go after something that would make you feel good instead of something that would actually be good for you. So to me, that's just a weak mentality. Complaining, crying.
Get a move on. Back to work. Chop, chop. Let's go. Come on. Get a move on. Back to work. Back to work. Back to work.
Crying over spilled milk and stuff like that. That's just a weak mentality. And if I wasn't on stream, I'd use a lot harsher words. When people text me like crying and stuff, I'd be like, man. I cannot say what I say on stream. I cannot say on stream what I say when people send me crying text messages. I'll be like, come on. All right, but it might be too late for us, but for those who are coming behind you, whether it's your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your neighbors' kids, whatever, we need to be a little bit more realistic with them. We need to be a little bit more realistic. That way, maybe in like 5-6 years, they won't end up on somebody's couch in LA. You know, I'm just saying, all right? That weak mentality, it has got to go. It's got to go. It's got to go. It has to go. You got to let it go. You got to let go of that weak victim mentality. All right. But that is our break for this one. For our second segment, let's wrap that up. All right. Back to work. Let me check the chat and then we will get back to it. Let's see. Magnetar said, I thought I saw you do IP config. On mine, it said command not found. I was supposed to be doing something before that, is what I meant. Are you doing it are you doing IP config in Kali Linux, or are you doing it on your Mac terminal? IP config will work in your Mac terminal from what I see, but it will not work in your Linux terminal. In the Linux, it's if config. In Mac terminal, if config will work, but IP config will give you more like specific information. And I'll do it here in just a second. And we have Love in the building. What's up, Love? How are you doing today? And Love says, yeah, I spent 20 years following my heart and broke. We ain't got it. I hear you, Love. But here's the bright side, Love. Here's the bright side. You have made it now, and you're here, and we truly, truly appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And Love says, yep, student loans in art. Laughable now in tech funding I'm in tech funding my art. You see that? Look at that. You paid a whole bunch of money for art. Now you're in tech funding your artistic, creative side the way that it should be. And you know, like for me, I'd be like, oh, learn how to draw. Let me take a Udemy class, you know? But shout out to you, Love. Shout out. And Mr. Chris says, say it louder. And Magnum says, IF config works. Awesome. All right. So let's continue on. Let's get to our last segment before we wrap it up for tonight. How long have we been going so far? We have been going for, all right, perfect time. Last segment, then we're going to wrap it up for tonight, all right? So let's go over to...
It's time to do.
All right, so let's go back to this screen right here. And I'm going to show you what I meant, Magnetar. So IF config on a Mac, it's going to work. Well, IF config. Clear that out real quick. IF config on a Mac is going to give you a long list of stuff on a Mac, right? And it's kind of messy, to be honest with you. It's kind of messy. Let's see. However, if I do IP config on the Mac, it's going to give me like some options. So if I want to get a list of my network devices on the Mac, I would do IP config get IF list, and that's going to give me a list of my different networks that are on the Mac, right? And then if I want to do, so this is one right here is my local one. So if I do IP config and I do get IF ADDR for get IF address, and I do EN0, that's going to give me my IP address for this machine right here, right? So that is where I was doing the IP config. But on the Linux machine, so now I'm in Kali Linux, and let me do another. If I do IP config on the Linux machine, it's going to tell me command IP config not found. Did I mean IF config, right? So that's the thing. On the Linux machine, the IP config does not work, or maybe maybe you can install something for it, but the IF config works on the Linux machine. All right. All right. So let's go back over here, and we're gonna do an nmap scan from 192.168.86.0 to 27. Wish me luck. Hopefully this is not the end of the stream. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's run it. Let's see what we got. Make sure the stream is okay. And I'm excluding my my IP, so hopefully it doesn't affect us. Let's see. So, all right. So that was pretty quick. That was a pretty quick scan. It said that we're still connected. Yep, we're still connected. Awesome. It says that. Ooh, that's a lot. So, we found report for 192.168.86.1. It has, where is it? All right, it has, so it got me the MAC address. It says 8081 and 8080 HTTP proxy, black ice cap. I have no idea what that means. 5080 53 on 20 express if it has 668 port open. So this is a scan of all of what's open from 192.168.86.0 to all the way to .27. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Well, all right. So that 22, we have 21 open, 23 open, 80, 443, 515. So this is a printer. It looks like maybe that's my printer. from Han. Let's see what is Han High Precision. Oh, crap. That's what I do. Forgot the copy doesn't work good. All right, let's go to, let me copy that. Copy selection. Let's see what this Han High Taiwanese multinational electronics. I don't know of a printer. I'm not sure which printer. Would that be the? What is my printer brand again? I don't even know. It is a Brother. Who makes Brother printers? Brothers Industries. So I'm not sure what this is then. See, this is what happens when you scan your own network, right? This is what happens when you scan your own network. Let's go to 23. There's an iPhone sync that's open. Google Home Mini LAN has 8008, 8009, 443, 9000, 10001, 10002. 27 is, oh, my dimmer, my light dimmer. Let's see what that one has open. It says Nmap scanner report. Let's see what ports are open on that one. All 1,000 ports scanned. All are ignored states. Okay. And then this machine is the Kali Linux one. 28 IP addresses, 9 hosts up. All right, I'm going to do another scan now from 29 to 250. So we'll skip this one entirely. Let's see how that works out for us. I wonder if I think I could do a comma and then go from, I think I could do a comma and then we'll try that next. We'll try that next, all right? Providing that we don't get cut off. Let's see here. It's scanning. And then maybe next we'll go a little bit more deeper into Nmap to see what else we can do with it. What were we talking about the other day? Oh, we were talking about our trying to, okay, so we wanted to use Nmap to see if we can get our Kubernetes to scale. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to go to the other screen and see if we can do that. Can I use Nmap for load test? While Nmap is primarily a network scanning tool, it can be used for a basic load test by simulating network traffic, but it's not a dedicated load testing tool. You can use Nmap to assess the performance of a network, or server by scanning ports, checking for open services, and identifying potential vulnerabilities. Here's how you can use Nmap for basic load testing. Port scanning, use Nmap. That's not really what I'm looking for. So we'll probably end up using using what Don had created, the rapid automated load performance harness, the RALPH testing tool. My guy Don, I tell you, he is a genius. All right. So we won't be able to use Nmap for this in particular on Sunday, but we'll use either JMeter or the RALPH harness to get that, the RALPH testing tool to get that done. Let's see. All right, so let's go back to the other one, see how the scanning is going. Taking its sweet little time, I see. All right, maybe it's I mean, it is a lot more IP addresses to scan, so. And it's gonna be so much information. I should have had it print out to a file. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. I wonder if we had did verbose, if it would have printed out in real time. Let's see. Nmap verbose. Command line flags nmap. Normal output. It's probably going through all the ports. So, because what it's doing right now, it's going through all the IPs from 29 to 250 and all the ports. So, that can definitely take some time. Let's see here. And I mean, I guess a part of scanning is waiting, lying in wait. We're on a stakeout, and not the type of steak that I like to eat. We are on a stakeout, waiting for Nmap to come back with some information for us. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. So while we do that, let's continue looking at, like, while it's doing its thing, because it might take some time. While it's doing its thing, let's go ahead and let's continue looking at what else we can do with Nmap, right? So that's an example. That is all they do is give, like, I don't know, I think there could be better documentation. Let's see. That is not documentation, all right? That is not documentation, to be honest with you. V, enable OS detection. Oh, that's pretty cool, OS detection. It says script scanning, trace route. Let's see, discovered. So is this doing this in real time? Is that happening in real time? Using TCP mode to probe port 22, P22, using SYN flag with TTL of 2 on the remote host. Let's see. Let's see here. So let's look for some more. All right. So how to use Nmap. Free Code Camp. Free Code Camp is a great site, by the way. They have a lot of information over there. Let me see, but I don't like this documentation though. So it says, all right, so let's take a look at like, while this is doing a scan, let's take a look at some Nmap commands. If you don't have Nmap installed, you can get it from there. We have it installed because it becomes part of Kali Linux. It says scanning the list of active devices on a network is the first step in network mapping. There are two types of scans you can use. Ping scan, scan the list of devices up and running on a given network. Nmap-SP 192.168.1.124. Scan a single host. Scan a single host for 1,001 known ports. These ports are the ones used by popular services like SQL, SNTP, Apache, and others. Stealth scans. Stealth scan is performed by sending the SYN packet and analyzing the response. If SYN/ACK is received, it means the port is open and you can open a TCP connection. It says, however, a stealth scan. Oh my God. Let me see this. Give me a second here. Cool. All right. All right. So, however, a stealth scan never completes the three-way handshake. The three-way handshake is like what TCP does. It sends, receives, sends back. Let's see. However, a stealth scan never completes the three-way handshake. All right. All right. You can use the -ss command to perform a stealth scan. Version scanning. Finding application versions is a crucial part of penetration testing. It makes your life easier since you can find an existing vulnerability from the common vulnerabilities export database for a particular version of the service. You can use it to attack a machine using the exploitation tool like Metasploit. Let me see. All right. Let's see. OS scanning, in addition to services and their version and map. I'm going to drop this link in the chat in case anybody finds it useful, but I'm finding it very useful. I think I'm going to do another scan though, because I want to see if I can do. I want something to like stream in instead of just like waiting forever for it to happen. So I want to do the let's try scanning one thing real quick. Let's go over to here and I'm going to do actually, I'm do a series. Let's do nmap, and we'll do. Let's see. I'll try this again. Actually, oh my God, I'll try this again. Actually, let's try that again. Paste, but we're gonna do -v for verbose. What is -a? -a is for trace route. Let's do -a for trace route. And we can do -sv for version detection. Let's see what we get with this one, right? There we go. So now we can actually see things happening. Scanning 2022 hosts. So let me stop this one because so that is on the same thing, but everything in the background on this one. So let me stop this one. And let's look at this one. So it's scanning all of these IP addresses. So, and actually most of them are down anyways, right? So 29 hosts down, 30 hosts down. So all these are hosts down all the way to 250, actually. So I don't know why the first one got stuck. Discovered. All right. So discovered open port 8080 on 244. Who is 244? Let me see what this is. What is running on port 8080? Not found. I mean, something showed up there. It says not found. Port 111 on 250, 21. So we saw those earlier. 445 on port on IP 31. 80 on what? What's this one? You remember when we had installed some Nginx servers via Docker the other day? So that one goes to a start page, but it doesn't work. Not sure. Not sure what these things are actually. HTTP. What else we got? We have this one, port 80 on this one. Let me see. I'm learning a lot about my own network, for crying out loud.
Lunch break! Lunch break!
I'm learning a lot about my own network. I gotta find out what these things are, because I'm getting 404 page not found, but I'm not sure what those are. So we're gonna be exploring our own network apparently, because I have to clean this mess up. All right. But with that being said, that is it for tonight. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to share the last bit, our final thoughts, and then I'll check the chat, and then we will wrap it up for tonight. All right. So I'm going to read to you what I got. Let me just do it like this, right? So the question is, is TechOTrough now Mr. Worldwide? What do I mean by that? What do I mean? So I got this email from my dear friends at YouTube today, right? I shared this in the Team TechOTrough Discord already, but I will read it to you as well. It says that we will soon enable automatic dubbing for new video uploads on your channel. This means that YouTube will automatically generate translated audio tracks in different languages, making your content accessible to more viewers. Videos in Spanish, Portuguese, German, Italian, French, Hindi, Indonesian, and Japanese will be dubbed into English, and videos in English will be dubbed into those languages. That is absolutely awesome. There is no action needed, just some extra work. And if you don't want it, you can get it turned off. But guess what? I want it. TechOTrough is taking on the world. We are going to be trying to add value to the entire world. Well, at least into all those languages. So we're going to be in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different languages. Shout out to YouTube, allowing us to continue to add value across the entire globe. So shout out to that. I think that is absolutely awesome. I'm excited. Hopefully they get this thing on and working in the next few weeks so that my video, my audio can help many people across the world. I'm excited. I must say I am truly, truly excited. All right. But yeah, that's about it. That is about it. Let's check the chat one last time before we wrap it up for tonight. Let's go over to, by the way, on final thoughts, we have, like I said earlier, we have our the Bug Bite episode of the Bug Bite dropping tomorrow at noon, talking about the mental stress that cybersecurity professionals face, especially SOC analysts, Security Operations Center analysts face. But it's pretty much mainly the whole IT industry, but especially cybersecurity. We're going to be going through part 2 of that article, and Saturday morning, we're going to be going live with Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show. We're going to be reviewing the weekly economic numbers, and Sunday DevOps, right? So that is our upcoming schedule for the rest of the week into the weekend. All right, let's check the chat before we get up and out of here. Let's see what else that we got. All right, so let me see. Magnetar says that he'll show me in Discord. Sounds good. You see, and this is the beauty of the Discord, that we can just post things that we're not sure about, things that we need clarification on, and I answer. But guess what? Right? There are other amazing people in the Discord who are more than happy and more than willing to help. Like I said, Sleeping Turtle, amazing. MQA, amazing people who are helping people who are learning, and it's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love what I'm seeing. All right. Mentions is spying on potential hackers. Let's see. Anything else? I think that's it. That is it for tonight. We're gonna get out of here. I really appreciate every last one of you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing, and I really appreciate all that you do and your support, tuning in and bearing with me while I yap for 2-ish hours. And Saturday, sometimes it goes to 3, but this Saturday I have a lot of meetings lined up, so we're not going to be going for that long, all right? Unless something crazy happens, all right? But that's it. That is it. One more time, thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Thursday and a wonderful rest of your week. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Now they see that I was right. Ooh, I stood my ground in every fight. Told them once and told them twice. Guess it took the burn to open eyes. They advocated for the wrong side. Ignored the truth that I could not hide. Now they're stranded in the desert dry, chasing shadows with a desperate sigh. I hate to say I told you so, but the fire's out and the ashes glow. The fools who mocked me get the show. Truth's the only thing that grows. They fought me hard, pushed me away. Now their blind faith led them astray. Promises shattered, lies on display. They've learned a hard lesson today. Now they're turning back on broken dreams, wandering lost in twisted schemes. The truth they shunned is loud and screams. Nightmares are never what they seem.
What's this? Oh, it's only money.
I hate to say I told you so, but the fire's out and the ashes glow. The fools who mocked me get the show. Truth the only thing that grows. Now they're turning back on broken dreams, wandering lost in twisted schemes.